Oh, hey! I was gonna say, it's a pretty Blimpular day, isn't it? It's days like these when you really like to get out there and go on ahead and swing some swords at one another. But a lot of people don't take the precautions to go on ahead and make sure they've stretched their bodies right. Good thing Greg's here to show you a few stretches before you get into battle. Here, on Caddock's Castle. A lot of people, when they start fighting out on days like this, they just throw themselves into the battle, sword and shield in hand, and they just go at it. Well, that might work for some, but not for all. So, what Greg's going to do here is going to show you how to do some basic stretches. Now, these are going to focus on your core, where a lot of your power comes from all your shots, and also where you want to make sure you've got plenty of stretching, because you think about all the abdominal muscles you're going to use, how much you're going to be breathing and taking in. You want to make sure this area is nice and limber. We're going to show you 5 different big stretches. One of them has a few odds and ends to it. But we're going to go on ahead and start with what's called the roll down. Now the roll down is really simple. All you're going to do is you're going to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, stand straight up, and you're going to let your body collapse. Watch this. You just bring your chin to your chest, you let your shoulders fall forward, and then you slowly let your body collapse downward. I'll do it this way, turn, and then let you see the other side. Notice when I got to the bottom where my hips would be, I let myself hang down and let gravity stretch out the muscles. The big one I'm doing is one right on your back. Right there, called the spinous erectus. It's the biggest muscle pretty much in your back that connects to all the other ones. You stretch that one out, it's pulling on all the others. It's a really good thing. Let's do another roll down, but this time we'll do it from the side so you can see it better. And when I'm down here, if I'm looking for a little bit more of a stretch, I can always lean back with my legs. My legs can always go back. And that's the roll down. You do 2 or 3 of those in sequence and it's really, really nice. Make sure when you're at the bottom, your head goes nice and loose and your arms too. Next is called the needle. The needle's a really good one too for stretching out the entire body and the arms as well, both the upper and lower arms. It's pretty simple. You stand with your feet together this time, not shoulder width apart. Let your arms come up in a big circle, kind of like you're like, hey! It's kind of a nice way to greet somebody. Put your hands together over top of your head and stretch them out like you're getting pulled up with a rope. You can hear how it changed my voice. And then you're gonna lean to the left. Yeah, and then lean to the right. And that's pretty much it. It's that simple. Next is gonna be some really, really basic stretches you can go ahead and do for the arms. And these ones, let me tell you what, they are absolutely a killer on the battlefield because they're absolutely easy to do and wonderful. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take your arm, you're gonna extend it fully out and bring it across your body. Lock it in place with that elbow and pull tightly. Now don't go on ahead and pull too tightly that you're going ahead and pull something in your arm. You know what's good for you. If you feel like you're gonna go on ahead and stretch yourself too much, back off a little bit. The longer you're in a stretch, the deeper it goes and the more you're gonna get out of it. But don't go on ahead and do something that's gonna hurt yourself. All right? And then you can go ahead and do the same thing. Arm out, come across, right there, lock the elbow. That's going to stretch the upper arm, and it's going to tap into something called the trapezius muscle, which is up here on top of the shoulder. Perfect for when you got to hold that board out there, and you got to have that arm there as well. You want these muscles nice and loose for when you throw shots and block. And that's pretty much how that's going to work. Next one's going to go on ahead and focus on some of your back muscles as well, but focusing on the core. You're going to take your arm, put it back on the shoulder, take it back, and this hand's gonna come up and meet this same elbow, but over top of your head. Pull back on the elbow, right here, and that's gonna stretch your back, and it's gonna change your voice again, because it's actually compressing my voice here, my voice box. It's pretty fun. Let that come down, do the same thing again on the other side. That one's pretty good. And give myself a second here. Yeah, there we go. Great thing to know about stretches that are on one side and then the other. By the time you've completed the stretch on one side of your body, your brain has already flipped it and figured out how to do it on the other side. You're a smart cookie, believe it or not. Pretty smarterific, if I can say so myself. There's another one. All right, last one's called the dead man stretch. And the dead man stretch is really, really nice for your upper body as well, but mainly for those trapezius muscles that I was talking about, and your back muscles as well, your lats, if you will. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cross over like you're dead, like some kind of mummy or vampire. You're gonna vampificate the whole situation. I love that one. Anyway, put your hands across your shoulders like this, and then you're gonna pull down on the shoulders and lift up on the elbows as you're pulling down on the shoulders and lifting up on the elbows. Try to get that as high as you can. Yeah. Get those upper arms nice and loose and those shoulders nice and ready to go, because you never know what you're gonna have. Now, I know I said 5, and technically that was 5, but I got one more for you that's really, really easy. I don't really know the name of this one, but I like to call it the stork, or you could call it the bird, if you will, because you're standing on one leg for a little bit, and it requires a little bit of balance. But we've worked a lot of our upper body up here, and even our upper core, but our lower core needs a little work too. Now this is gonna stretch out the big muscles here in your legs, and as you're going ahead and stretch those out, it's gonna pull on your diaphragmatic muscles as well, the big ones that are in your tummy. Here we go. Take your arms and find your ankle and pull back. That's right, just like this. Stand here. If you want more from the stretch, lean back. That's gonna really stretch out everything here and in this leg right here. And then going ahead, and like I said, your brain's already flipped it, so you might as well go ahead and do it. Ah, there we go. So those are some basic stretches that you can do right before a battle to go on ahead and make sure that you end up on top. As always, stay Blimpular.